Hi guys, this is Allison from Alley Cat Creations. How are you? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have yet to do so. And if you get anything from my work, a connected on an epiphany, a mind-blown moment, or explosion, a new book to read, new authors to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the links are at the bottom of the description. And if you're interested in artwork, Scullies, pyramids, business card holders, put business cards in there, and pyramids, all different sizes, artwork, please consider looking at my website, AlleyCatCreations211.com. And you can email me if you're interested in anything because I customize a lot of stuff. Hi, everybody. Wow, the last couple of days have been rough for me. Very rough. In a way that I need to learn how to transmute, put some boundaries up, and speak my mind a little bit more, but keep balanced. So when I don't feel balanced, then I have to sit and try to transmute my energy and my thought process and my word, how I project my words out. So this spiritual soul advice is going to be a very interesting one, and buckle up. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. For those of you who watch WeNotMe, it is not going to be on today. I will let Jason share what happened to him last night. He's okay. He needs a day. Lots of work going on with moving kittens. Coffee, tea, go grab it. So I made a TikTok and I try to condense my messaging down in under 5 minutes on there. So go check out my TikTok channel. There's very important messages that I get channeled when I get channeled, and I like to share that with a vaster audience. We're at this stage of our awareness, our awakening, our remembering, where I described it on the TikTok like you are in AOL dial-up. So those of you who were brought up in the 80s, 90s, and when computers first started getting like mass produced and the internet just came out, we all used AOL. We used the phone line to get onto the internet. And a lot of people in our lives, we could compare it to that they're on that disc. They're in that dial-up. They didn't go to FiOS yet. They didn't get to the quantum system yet. They're still on dial-up, and their system is slow to pick up the frequencies, the awareness, the moving on up concept. They're still here. They're booting. They're doing the noise. I'm going to play you guys something. I don't own this, so for entertainment purposes only. That, my friends, is the beginning noises of you getting onto the internet. For those of you who need a memory boost. So many of the people in our lives, because we're like, well, these people are not awakening. These people are not meant, some are not meant to wake up. But even still, they're still getting uploads. They're still getting the rays of light that transmutes their physical vehicle, regardless of them in the awareness of it or not, in my estimation. So they're slowly trying to get online. And then what do you hear? You got mail. And then things are just so slow to upload and download and to get. So here a lot of us are, we're in Windows 24, right? We're not on Windows 95. We surely upgraded to Windows 97, but we surpassed all of that. Many of us who are in the awakening state, who are remembering, who are tapping into the limitless one life that is all, we're there. And we're quantum entangled to things. We're picking and plucking things out of the ether. We're getting our things not necessarily manifesting physically, but we're getting things quicker. We're getting our dreams. We're vivid dreaming. We're having experiences. We're in the next level. But there is an in-between. There is an in-between. And that's where a lot of us are sitting, that we are already on beta Windows 25. So we're just, they're working out the kinks so that Windows 2025 can launch. We're still in that beta stage. So they're testing it out, and we're the ones testing it out, while these people over here in our lives are on AOL dial-up. The hardest aspect is, how do we run our own energy and lives? How do we walk through this energy? Because this is all new to us. Many of us have done this multiple times in multiple cycles of Earth, but each time the energies, the frequencies, the age that we're in, things change. And these are unexplored, very new concepts of how we are navigating moving forward. Because many of us have yet to maneuver this density jump, this dimensional jump in a physical vehicle. We have always had to have physical vehicle death in order to transform into a higher density. So now we're doing it a little differently in the grand design of the experiment that we're in. And how do we navigate still concurrently living and dealing with people in our lives who are not processing quick enough to our quantum insanity? And I'm in that challenge right now. I'm in this scenario of thinking, where do I balance myself out? Like, I'm not feeling supported in many aspects of my life. I am putting myself out there, and just with all my authentic self, my heart space, wanting to help others, but yet it doesn't seem like there's like adversity holding me back somewhere, whether it be energetically, that I still see the algorithms are not pushing my content forward. And not to say that I'm here for numbers or I'm here for certain things, but at the end of the day, I don't get support financially. I'm not selling my artwork. That's a business for me to have an energy transfer so that I can eat and I can support myself. So I'm not seeing it from there. And the people that I really work closely with and are with aren't really supportive of what I do. They don't find it important, and they don't see it as actual work. So I'm in that flux of what I need to figure out in my own system, and I'm bringing up personal stuff so that you can see how I'm going to walk through this. and help all of you who feel very similar. And it doesn't need to be the same circumstances. Sorry, I got interrupted. Fun times. We need to navigate through this energy of, well, they're over there and we're over here, but we're unity, we're all one and the same. So how do we graciously start moving through those feelings that a lot of us are starting to have, whether it be not feeling supported or not being understood? That's another one that people are just missing you for trying to expose things, and that could be truth in whether it's political or spiritual or any other realm of falsehoods that have been going on. How do we move forward, and how do we feel the support? And yeah, we can always reach out to other people, but you always wanted to come from the people that you love, that you're connected to, that you're friends with, that and then that is where you need to open up the dialogue and the conversation, and saying, okay, you might not be in my world, you might not understand it, but if I'm supporting you and I'm there to back you up for your endeavors, why can't you be supportive and do the same back for me? It's a give and take situation. And where do you put your boundaries up? Where do you start saying no? Because you need to stand in your authority, your authenticity, in your energy. You shouldn't have to lower and drop to their frequency. You're holding frequency for them. You're the one holding the light for so many people, and it's an exhausting job. But at some point, being able to say no and doing you authentically is where we need to start harboring that energy. We need to figure out for ourselves, and whatever the scenario is for you, how to still give them compassion, hold the frequency for them, so that when they are ready to get out of that AOL dial-up and move on to Windows 97, at least, you can stair step them into that process and give them that compassion. But in the meantime, we're dealing with the metaphor that Dolores Cannon always spoke about is the division. They're not going to fade away from your life physically. They're going to still be here. You're just seeing higher density and feeling higher density feelings. You're experiencing different things from where they are. So how do we merge both worlds and still leave it separate, so that we're flourishing, we're upgrading and moving on, and we're just being a support system for them? And this is where we all need to find where that balance is for your own self. What are you able to tolerate? What are you able to just leave on the table and let it be? Because not every battle needs to be fought. Not every argument needs to have a battle. It's a pick and choose situation. And because we are on the higher awareness, we have to be the bigger being. We have to be the bigger energy, because our awareness is more expansive. And it's not putting anybody inferior to you to superior to you. That is just making things as balanced as possible for all parties involved. We need to strike a balance of where are you feeding your energy and where are you feeding yourself, so your higher frequency, you're feeding the other people in and around that higher frequency, but you're still establishing a balance. So I implore each and every one of you, this is hard work, and this is like next level, like tests and lessons that we all need to learn. But where on this level do you fall? how many people around you, I hear it all the time, and I've heard it for years in different movements, that this person's not awake, or this person's not aware, or this concept that is being brought out, like I have a bigger picture, and they're not willing to hear the bigger picture. They're only on this narrow-minded one-track thought about the same thing. But we got to meet, because we are on the higher expansion. We need to meet these people where they're at. That's the hard step. How do you project your words properly? How do you seed them properly with what you want them to be in an awareness of? I'm going through that right now. And I can't force other people to be in my awareness or to understand my awareness, but I don't need to lower myself any further. When they meet mine, I can explain it to them. My boundaries are now going up because I'm being spread too thin. Very thin. And where do you put your boundaries up? And I know this is like concurrently the feeling that I've been getting. That's not just mine. It's a lot of other people going through it right now. You're having these experiences. When you try to communicate that with other people still on AOL dial-up, they don't get it. They don't understand it. And they think you're crazy. They're not seeing the stair stepping into evolution. They're not seeing the other densities. They're not having those dreams. They're not experiencing things. And if they are, consciously, they think it's an imaginary, illusory thing. Oh, that's all in my head. That's my imagination playing with me. Oh, I didn't feel that. Oh no, I have vertigo. My ear is buzzing. I might have a health issue. They're not seeing it as a stair step to ascension. They're not seeing it as an upgrade. They're just seeing it in the material world way. So the balance needs to be struck within yourself. This is what process I'm taking, is establishing where I feel the lack, and not to say that I lack anything, but where I feel not supported. Where others that are around me that I value very much, what do I need from them and how do I convey it to them? They have free will choice. If they don't want to meet that energy, I just have to have that strong no boundary and say no. I need to do me. And if you're not going to back me up, whatever you need from me, no. You need to meet me somewhere in the middle. I don't need an equal exchange of energy. Never have. I just need you to show up. So there are a lot of people right now in this. We need people to show up for us. And we're looking for the people in and around us to show up for us. And that can be in any aspect of your life. As we're merging forward, we still want the people around us to support us. How does that happen? What does that look like? And only you are going to be able to define that for yourself. Come into that awareness state of, okay, what do I need to convey to these people? They probably don't know that I feel a lack of support from their end, or not an energy exchange, period. Where do I bring myself to this center point and come into a balance? What do I need to kind of sacrifice in dealing with them, and what do I not compromise so that I'm still here? So that's the trick. That's next level stuff, is how do we deal with that? How do we move forward and still do you with the upgrades? I know the energies have been a little wonky for a lot of us. There has been a lot of solar upgrades X flares, this flare, that energy moving into us, and we are all scattered very much so in that energy field of what the hell. You're exhausted. I know the last few days I mean it's snowing pollen outside. Like I'm sneezing, I'm like I can't deal with this. Not feeling the best, all mucusy, and it's just, yes, it's a purge. I need a purge. We're also integrating other selves concurrently because soul life is simultaneous. So whatever we are integrating, that's also being purged out of us. So we're healing it in this form. It's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. So how are you moving through it? How are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing for yourself so that you are able to purge and get it out and heal yourself and release what no longer serves this vehicle? I love listening to binaural beats. I love listening to frequency in the bath with the salt bath. It is fantastic. And not all the time do I have that kind of time to be sitting in a bath and doing that, but I try to do that in the shower. I might not have to have the salts. What are you doing to ground yourself? I've been sleeping on my grounding mat and not just, sitting with my feet on it. I now laying on it. I'm still going outside and communicating with nature. I saw a gorgeous bluebird this morning. It was fantastic, and my heart space. What are you doing? Next huge thing that I've been getting a lot of, because a lot of people message me, and I love you all, and don't get upset that I don't message you back. It's been overwhelming at times. A lot of people are losing loved ones, and they're also losing their animals. As I lost Morgan Cat last month, I understood what Morgan was, and that was my second density aspect of myself that was inhabiting her vehicle. I'm integrating her back into me because that was me. All you are concurrently, it's all playing out simultaneously. Bashar says it better than I do, but Bashar says it, and so does so many other channels, extraterrestrial, higher entities. We're all simultaneous. All lives is simultaneous. You just don't perceive it. Your past lives are not really past, they're still here. Everything is playing out in loops in parallel dimensions and realities that we are not aware of. You are the air, the water, the rock, the tree, the grass, the animal, the insect. You are all of it. And little portions of you is in all of it. We are all one. That's not just human. That's everything here. Everything. When you can actually wrap your head around that, it's not easy. What are you talking about? I'm the air. You're the air. You're the fire. You're the water. You're the earth. Little portions of your essence is in all things. Go watch Powder. I did a whole video on Powder. He tells you, and if we believe in the political sphere that they have to tell you, those people have to tell you the truth. Well, they're telling you in movies, go watch Powder. The truth is within that movie. I don't know how much you need, not everybody's going to be receptive to my frequency and my vibratory state to understand what I'm saying, but it's said in many other places. Go watch, insert yourself in that movie. We're all one with it all. God spoke frequency into, God said, let there be light. Frequency, waves of energy, atoms. It's all source. God, the infinite intelligence, the creative thought, which rippled us all out into expansion. That's all things. Stop separating yourself from other selves and from other things. You're quantum entangled to so much. You got to learn how to focus on what you need to focus on. You're not separate from anything. Therefore, if people and animals die, pass away physically in their little coat, their overcoat, their soul, their this, meat suit, they didn't leave, they transformed. They ascended. They're moving on up to another form. That doesn't mean that they're separate from you. They're a thought away. Learn how powerful your mind is and your thoughts. I can call, like I said in the last video, I could call my parents at any time and they are right here and they bring their frequency, so I know it's them. Not a hard concept. It's just learning how to read frequency and energy. What signs are the other side? And it's not necessarily the other side. It's just a side we can't see, what we can't perceive. Some of us can perceive it. There are people who are real physical mediums. I'm a mental medium, so everything is claircognizant and clairsentient. I have the knowing, I feel. And yes, I can see if it presents itself. But a physical medium feels the illness, feels the energy field, and sees things, hears things easier than most other types of mediums. They're in it to win it, but it's a very draining ability to have. Even if you put your shielding up and your barriers up, it's still draining to read that kind of high level frequency and energy. And then having to drop your frequency to read the lower forms of energy. These things, these people were put here on this planet so that you would get your validation. It's not necessarily physicality, tangible evidence that they're giving you. They're telling you things that they would not know if they weren't connected to those energies of your family, your pets, any of that. It's proof. But unless you're not a skeptic and you're somebody who's open-minded, and even if you are a little skeptical, I highly suggest to connect. Go to a medium, support them and support their work, and get the information you need from your loved ones to say, I'm in a good place. Thank you. I'm here watching over you. Don't worry about me. I want you to be happy. Most spirits they will drop you some messages if you can handle it. Like my parents were very harsh the last time I went to the medium. They're like, oh, I'll see you but a money sucker kind of house. You got a lot of up there, you got a lot of work to do ahead of you. But we know you can do it and you are where you need to be. But here, and they gave me the truth, and it's okay. Because I'm able to actually handle what they're saying. They're not giving me lollipops and sparkle farts. They're giving me what I need to hear because I'm able to handle that message. But most people who are in a state of mourning or in a state of loss, that hasn't detached emotionally from a physical object, being, animal, whatever have you, that entity will come down and say, I'm happy, I'm moved on, I'm in a great place, I'm with your other relatives, this is heaven. Wouldn't you want to be happy for them, to know that they're out of pain and they're also now next level learning? Wouldn't you be happy? Yeah, we miss them physically. We miss talking with them physically, but if you just use your mind and believed, they will show you they're always around. Remember how expansively vast our souls are. They have a little portion of them has already reincarnated. Another portion of them is an angelic. Another portion of them is over here doing things, but their energy signature will always come back to be able to watch over you and to aid you in the best ways that they can. We got to get the detachment of physical things. We need to detach from those concepts because it lowers your frequency. Yeah, it sucked when my cat of 19 years, that was me, the cutest thing ever, snugglebug, cuddlebug, came up and did videos with me. She's gone. Yeah, it sucks. It's sad. But I know she's always with me. Ethan cat, that was traumatic. Love my guy. He's having a ball up there. He's laughing. He's joking around. He's like, yeah, I ate my sister's food. He's a little sassy prick. Love it. He's having a ball and a blast up there, and so is she. They're moving on up. I don't want to inhibit that by holding them here. It's a process. Mourning is a process to unfold. Death, the state of death, the understanding of what that process looks like. Go listen to people who had near-death experiences. Go ask people who are very close to death what experiences that they're having. My father, before he passed away, was talking about all the people he used to live, that was a part of his life. They were all humming for visits for him to just get him used to the fact that he's going to be moving on forward. We are been programmed to fear and not accept that it's a process we all are going to go through. We need to start accepting that the cycle of life. Go listen to that song from The Lion King. Everything, the vegetable, is sentient. It lives, it breathes, it's growing. You plucking that out of the ground, it's for a purpose. It's because it's feeding you its essence, giving you life. And that's a sacrifice it knew it had to have, so it moves up. The same thing with the animals. They're here for a season, they're here for a little bit, and they teach us unconditional love. Humans, the same. There's no difference. We're all one. We didn't lose anybody. We lost their physical vehicle. That doesn't mean we're lost their essence, their character, who they are. They're always going to be back. And a lot of death in the physical form is happening now on this planet with animals as well, because they're becoming the next density. They're going from second animal density to third. Not all animals, but a vast majority of them are going to fill our spots. We're moving on up. Something has to fill its place in their density. That's the animals. They're moving, they're graduating. They're graduating. We're graduating. Just like school. Kids move up each level, each grade. They get new teachers, new content to learn, new everything. So this is the cycle of life. Are you with it? Do you understand it? There's nothing to be sad about. Celebrate life and celebrate what is not here no longer. Celebrate it. And if you didn't have the best relationships with people that have passed on, we go to heal. It's just an experience, just to gain wisdom. And people are in your life because you contracted them to do not the best things. It's all about lessons and learning and challenges that you need to overcome for major soul growth. So if you look at life objectively in that way and just say, okay, why am I experiencing this? Like right now, in my life currently, I've asked myself the last few days, why do I feel this way? What is it that is making me feel this way? When I sit back and analyze it, okay, I don't feel supported in the physical realm. What is it that I need to balance in my life in order to feel complete, to feel that kind of support? And if it's not there from where I would hope it was coming from, okay, so where do I compromise my energy to say, okay, toodles, just not going to feed that anymore. That's a lesson. That's a learning. How do you navigate that? We're all going through something, and it's all about learning lessons and going and growing as a soul. How do you go into balance? Why, when some feeling pops up inside of you, it could be any kind of feeling. Where is it coming from and why is it there? What purpose is it serving? And if it's one of those, not necessarily negative, but you feel that there's something missing, you're feeling that you're not being supported, you feel sad or depressed, why? Where's it coming from? Is somebody making that happen for you? You have to transmute it. And that might take a week, that might take a month. I'm giving myself compassion to going through this process of understanding where I need to draw my lines, where I need to draw my boundaries. It hurts emotionally, but I need to detach. So once I understand where my emotions sit, and if it's something that makes me feel in a lower sense, I need to detach. And as these processes and these feelings come up, I'm trying to deal with it in the moment. And sometimes things can't be dealt with in a moment. So you put it on the shelf and you come back to it when you're ready. You have to know when to fight your battles. You have to know when to pick the strategy that best fits your situation. Not everything can be dealt in moments because it's not appropriate. How do you neutralize your situation so that you can move forward, but you got stuff to deal with back there? It's a process, and it takes a lot of time to sift through these emotional states and these feelings to deal with them and to know how to move forward. And if you aren't moving forward right away, that's okay too. How do you transmute and have the mental gymnastics to still steer through your day? That alone is enough energy to burn that makes one tired. That's what I feel a lot of us in the collective are going through right now. to finding and striking the balance between the ones who are not moving forward so quickly. It's happening. There's something going on. How do you come into a balance with these people in your lives? If things are coming up in emotional states in the emotional body of yourself, how are you releasing it and letting it go and playing the mental gymnastics to move forward, to stay in your frequency, not compromising it, but still anchoring and holding the light for these people? There's a lot of mental gymnastics that is involved and a lot of self-care that goes into the process. So how are you taking care of yourself? Are you putting boundaries up and saying no? Are you giving the hints to people nicely and generously that, hey, I'm busy right now. I have my life to live and I can't be burdened with all this stuff. Give me a few days and I'll get back to you. We're in an age, and I see it with the children, that everything needs to be instantaneous. We're not there yet to manifest instantaneously results. Kids are used to the phone. Everything is swipe, 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 instead of absorbing the information you're receiving or letting it go because it's no longer serving you or it's something that you're not aligned with. We keep just flipping, swiping, flipping, swiping, flipping, swiping. Next show, oh, this is not grabbing my attention within the first 5 minutes. Up, gone, goodbye. Are you giving things chances? This is the program that is one of the hardest ones to get rid of. Instantaneous gratification. Whether that be of knowledge, whether it be of understanding, whether it be of content. If you're not giving things chances and you're just swiping, or you listen to a little clip, swipe, how do you know if it's something you need to release or something you need to keep? The only way I think that works is when you're just there to support somebody and you're not into their stuff, but you're being a support and you're doing Amish mindset. But are you really taking in what you are consuming? Are you grasping the concept of absorption? Just because you swiped it away doesn't mean it leaves your subconscious. What is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to reprogram yourself with? Our operating systems are quantum. We're entangled. Think about where you're entangled. Think about your thought process. If you have to ask others a million questions and not ask yourself first, that shows you're not trusting yourself to give yourself the answers, because they're all within. All your answers are within. What are you doing to move forward? It's something to think about. You don't have to align with anything I say, but it's a thinking that I hope that more people start taking that direction of, oh, okay, maybe what she's saying, oh, okay, and apply it, embody it, walk it authentically. Just something to think about. I got moved to pull cards. Soul name. Unlock the mysteries of your soul. You are or about to receive the name of your soul. Okay, why I'm laughing personally is because I asked upstairs for a name and they gave me a fugazi one. Gave me a false one. It's probably one of my aspects, but it's not my actual soul name. And I was like, you got work for that. So that's why I'm laughing. Your soul name acts as a link between your inner and outer worlds, enabling you to merge authentic wisdom into your everyday experiences and create a life from your heart. You placed your soul name in your heart before you were born. As you explore your inner world and open your heart, you will discover the name of your beautiful essence. You are ready to awaken your heart and know its absolute fullness. You are safe to discover, connect, and receive. All your dreams and desires will be realized with an open heart. Ask for and be open to receiving the name of your soul. Maybe this is a sign for some of us to start asking. I have to ask again. Like, hi guys. Hi yourselves. Like, I got the fullness of the understanding of the oversoul and how that operates and the connections that I have to other councils and social memory complexes and from the organicness of the planet and my essence being a part of it all. Like, I get it now. I'm embodying it. I'm walking it. What's my name? Soul Journey, which is really flowing here. You are ready to start. A new chapter is beginning for you right now. This time, go easy on yourself. Be the courageous, loving being you are. Breathe into the present moment and allow any anxieties to drop away. Enjoy the journey and stop thinking the future will bring something better. When the future arrives, it will be now, because there is only now. Step out of the shadow of your past. All that matters is what you decide to do from this moment. Your life is yours to live in whatever way it is meaningful to you. You brought yourself to this life and you are responsible for the quality of it. Trying to understand your reason for coming here will just hold you back. Just remember, everything you have done was the best to do at the time, or you thought it was. As you move forward, you will understand your motives. Experience allows you to better handle crisis. So just about everything I'm saying and have said in this video, period, end of story, it starts now. Live in the moment. Be the flow. You're on a journey. I don't really necessarily think that if you are looking at what you are in a totality sense, that it's going to hold you back. You just have to stop. Don't obsess over it. Like, I did not obsess over the name, my soul name, or what archangel and is encompassing me and my essence. I don't throw myself into the obsessiveness of that. I just go with the flow. And when it is my divine time to know, I will know it. It will come to me. And if it isn't my time, I'm not going to know it. And it doesn't really bother me. So for those two cards, we are on our journey of higher awareness and exploration of self. Don't obsess over the things that other people are getting. You're not where everybody else is. You are in your unique energy frequency. You're experiencing everything for yourself. So don't compare yourself with others. Just don't do it. Be humble for the things that you have and what abilities you get and are experiencing, and be with the energy. That's all I can say about that. . Visions of life beyond death. Sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see, to see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision, it takes you into the being of universal creator. This is sacred terrain beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more you love, you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. The vision of love, the truth of all, that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you have been wondering about your life path or whether you should take action on a project or need inspiration to really move you out of a slump you have fallen into, this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with the way out of stagnancy. I hate stuck pages. Sorry, guys. There we go. This oracle comes with an additional guidance for you. You are watched over by life and held in protection. Whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. It is a universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. She misses nothing. And the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. Shift your perspective and look at the issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of the healing process today. I call upon the universal I to show me the most helpful way to see the situation of concern now. In shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. So you're seeing beyond the veil. You're seeing the truth. Move into shifting the program that's inside of you of limitation and shift in the direction of moving forward. That's a process. That's the process I was talking about earlier, where we need to find within each situation how to move forward and balance it out and make it make sense. And doing so gracefully with peace and love in your heart. Spirit showing up. Pandora's gift. There's a mystic woman, much maligned throughout history, whose name means all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. She is the helpful voice of our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it is through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of the world, and yet all is not lost. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or another, some terrible happening. It is time to let go of the shame-based belief in punishment. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceptive and imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. Pandora frees the soul from such torment. This is her gift. The human journey necessarily involves learning through experience. Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgments of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off the misery, despair, and the weight of the world to recognize that she is the bearer of the true and beautiful light of peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. With her oracle comes the realization that you are too a divinely defiant believer in hope, who shall cast off the works of anyone who seeks to torment you. As the shift takes place, you shall dare to look within your own being and find the light. You are being put on divine notice from the sacred feminine that there is a talent and ability within you that needs to be acknowledged. There is a worthy seed of something beautiful and necessary within you. If you choose to develop and express the seed step by step, it will become an extraordinary light in your life and in the world. Beautiful message there. We have tenderness. The energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. Transparency. The energy of transparency supports our expansion toward a higher vibrational state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. We need that. Are you being transparent with yourself? Are you people pleasing? Honor yourself. Inner secrets, all of you is worthy. Because that's the truth. Answers will come. Remove the energy blockages within you. So with all the cards that I've read so far, we're working on our heart space and being authentic and walking in it. New idea, bring your dream to life. Peaceful reflection, spend time reflecting within. Doing the work inside. That mental gymnastics is not easy to navigate, I can tell you that much. But it's necessary. All the books I have read with anything that has to deal with secret societies and initiates, even other religions, the mastery comes when you are able to alchemize your thoughts and change them at will on the dime at a drop of a hat. It's when in the moment, chaos flies in your awareness, and you're able to mentally change a reaction you would have had to something that, holy crap, I could walk away. What a concept. Didn't think of that before. Where's your reactions? And how are you changing what is no longer serving you in the reactionary sense? What are you transmuting it to? Enchanter. Self-evaluation. Awakening. Purpose. Independence. Confidence. Are you walking in this energy field? Are you self-evaluating how you're reacting? How you're changing? How are you are you dependent on others, or are you depending on yourself? Visionary, confidence, self-assuredness, passionate, self-worth, vivacious. Are you creating your dreams? I know I'm trying to create my dreams each and every day. I'm being creative. I'm doing artwork. I'm putting myself out there. What are you doing to create your dreams in your reality? Sorcerer, ambition, determination, willpower, creation, force, and focus. Are you applying those things in your everyday life? Are you walking them? Important to walk in your embodiment, to walk in your truth with kindness and tenderness. For not all is in your awareness field. Joy. Joy springs from a sense of connection to the divine and is a quality which illuminates you. Your angel guidance is to cultivate this quality by seeking the divine in every situation. Look beyond the surface and seek the light in the heart of each person. Then you will become aware of the wonder of creation, and joy will ignite in your life. Delight in everything, for joy is a key to enlightenment. Enjoy it. Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel will help you to find tolerance and forgiveness. He works on the violet ray of purification and transmutation, helping you to release your lower vibrations and ascend to a higher way of being. Angel wisdom suggests that you visualize yourself in the violet flame and invoke Archangel Zadkiel to help you. Place your troubles and difficult relationships within the flame so that all negativity is transmuted. You are blessed to have drawn this card today, for it indicates that you are ready to walk the path of light. How beautiful is that? My higher selves always like, you got to draw cards, girl. Not always talk and spew. A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn how we are all connected. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you. I'm the warrior in the garden. Lost in the ruins of the past, find the way to the present moment and live. It's okay to look back to learn from what was wrong and what went wrong and how do we make those changes, and how to live that in the present moment so those are not repeating. Get out of the past. Happy memories only. And if you can't come up with that, that means you need to heal. A new partnership for the new age. It is time to welcome it. Partnership does not necessarily mean a new romantic partner. It could be other people in your tribe coming together that you're going to join in union, in unity consciousness to work together. Not everything is about romance and all that stuff. And if you are one of those seeking out a new romantic relationship, just advice. Don't have to take it from me. Heal before you move forward. It took me 13 years to heal, to be open in an awareness state, to be able to move forward. 13 years. You got to heal the past, relationships and partnerships, and anything that is in your mind that is a negative, Nancy. Learn from that experience, take it on, emotionally detach from it, and move forward. It takes time. It's a process. I see people jumping to new things because they're dependent on others. Be dependent on yourself first. Love yourself first. Stop looking outside of yourself for those things. When someone comes along and they compliment you, great. And nothing's ever going to be perfect, but it's what you're willing to compromise with. Manifestation. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart. For doing so, you shall manifest all your heart desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. Keep focusing on it. They don't want to come out. Breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times have society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of those false beliefs and release your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. Nope, it's this one. Shepati Seahorse. I know I'm butchering that name. Butchering it. But we all know that I have impediments in my speech and pronunciations. Sorry, my camera's messing up again. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest, relax, and you shall attract all you need. Volatile or overly restless seas compromise the well-being of the seahorse. Such intensity drains their energy, forcing them to go against their natural, gentle way of being. They thrive in environments that are calm and accommodate their slow, graceful movements. Rather than aggressively hunting, seahorses patiently wait until their need comes their way and they actively receive it. The symbolic relationship of seahorse and helpful friends reflects the supportive nature of the relationship between soul and spirit. Spirit will provide whatever support the soul requires to thrive. The seahorse is about outmaneuvering negative forces and bringing grace and peace. The seahorse is our guardian when we are going through challenging times, especially on emotional levels. It empowers us to instinctively seek environments that are conducive to our well-being, rather than damaging ourselves by trying to adapt to external situations or societal values. It teaches us that we are enough, and we have the innate spiritual magnetism to attract what we need in our lives. It is only from that place that you can respond appropriately. When you are in your authenticity, much power and grace shall rally to support you. The world can seem unfriendly and unsupportive at times, but this oracle reassures you that as you honor who you are, you will naturally find friends and attract supportive assistance to obtain all that you need to thrive. That was for me, but for many of you as well. And that upstairs, of course, coming in, chiming in. For myself and for others that are going through that feeling of unsupport, it just shows that you need to start floating to the area of where your needs are going to be met. I have to flow, knowing what my mission is to hold frequency, but if I can't hold it no longer for certain people, I have to move forward. Maybe someone else will come in their place to hold the light. Maybe I need to focus on moving forward and away into a calmer ocean sea resort. And that means losing more and more people because they're not holding where you need to be and what you are here for. So guys, I'm going to end it there. Please be safe, be seen. It's tumultuous time. There's a lot of transmutation happening. There's a lot of awareness upgrading happening, a lot of things energetically going through us that we need to release, that we need to heal and transcend. This takes time. I just shared some of the things that I'm personally going through so that you see I'm going to be able to, in a couple of weeks, move through it and find solutions to why I feel the way I do. It's okay to feel it. It's not to ignore the feeling. It's to acknowledge it and deal with it head on. So I hope all of you will come with me on that journey and do the same thing for your own selves. Let me know if you're feeling very similar or have something going on. Go within. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please be safe, be seen. I hope all of you have a fantastic end of your weekend, start to the new week. I hope to be on a semi-appropriate schedule. It seems like I'm being thrown and stretched thin, which is where I'm trying to find where my balance is. Trying to get my work done, guys, and trying to help all of you out and do me. So I hope all of you continue to support me. Thank you so much for the likes, shares, and subscribes, and just overall the blessings a lot of you have been giving me. Until the next one, guys, I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.